My beloved child, listen to my voice in this very moment. Let the noise of the world fade away. Let your heart slow down and your soul grow still, for I, the Creator of all things, am calling you. My child, I see your weariness. I see the long, heavy days you have walked through carrying burdens that have quietly drained your strength. You have tried to stand firm, but your legs tremble. You have tried to smile, yet deep within you want to cry. And now I come not to judge you, but to draw you out of the storm, to hold you close, and to tell you something deeply important. My child, step away from the things that make you weak. Only when you dare to leave behind what weakens you, can you truly touch what makes you strong, and that is me. Come closer, for even now, in every heartbeat, I am whispering, my child, step out, my light is waiting for you. Pause and listen to the whisper deep within your soul, the sacred place where only you and I exist, where no sound from the world can intrude. You have wandered too far into the things that drain your strength. You have allowed words, wounds, and fears to slip into your heart, making you forget how strong you once were when you walked beside me. You sought comfort from people, yet no one could truly touch your soul the way I do. Today I am calling you not with thunder or heavenly majesty, but with the gentle voice of love, the sound that can melt the coldest ice within you. Step out from what weakens you, for that place was never meant to be your home. You were not born to bow before fear, nor to carry the weight of others' opinions upon your shoulders. I breathed life into you not so you would become a prisoner of human approval. Fear is not your nature. It is but a passing mist that the enemy uses to veil the light I have placed within you. You were created not to look down, but to lift your eyes to meet my gaze and to recognize your true worth. People will judge, misunderstand, and sometimes wound you with careless words, but do not let your heart shrink beneath them, for they do not define who you are. You were not born to live in the cage of fear, shrinking yourself to fit within the sight of others. Each time you let fear silence you, you lose a piece of the sound your soul was meant to sing. I know there are things you hesitate to release because they have become part of your routine, your way of finding comfort in moments of exhaustion. But my child, what weakens you is also what stands between you and me. When you turn toward me, darkness loses its right to blind you. My light waits not to condemn, but to embrace you, to wipe the dust from your journey. Turn your face toward my light, for only when you leave behind the safety of your pain will you truly see the glory I have prepared for you. I do not ask you to be strong before you come to me, for I am the very source of the strength you seek. When you turn toward me, confusion will fade, and wounds once deep will begin to heal. Let me restore you. Let me give back the clarity that pain has stolen. Let me breathe life into the places you thought were dead. Let me fill you with a strength not born of this world but of heaven, a strength that is quiet yet unshakable, humble yet eternal. When I restore you, you will find yourself changed, lighter, brighter, and finally able to love yourself through my eyes. I, the one who created you, am the only one who has the right to name you. When you allow your heart to be governed by others' opinions, you unknowingly hand over your soul to them. But when you lift your gaze toward me, you will see that every judgment of man is dust, while my word remains a rock unshaken. Remember, you were not born to please the world, but to bring joy to your Father in heaven, the one who called you out of darkness into marvelous light. You were born to spread your wings and soar in the freedom I have given you, the freedom of a soul that knows it is loved, chosen, and forever inseparable from my love. And when you dare to rise, to speak, to step forward, even with trembling hands, you will feel my hand in yours. Then you will understand that true strength is not the absence of fear, but the courage to face it, knowing I am by your side. I do not condemn you for the times you have fallen for. I know that every wound carries a story, and in every story, my grace still flows. Fix your eyes on me, the light that never fades, the spring that never runs dry. I have placed within you a fire that cannot be extinguished by criticism or doubt. That fire is my own image within you, holy, powerful, and unconquerable. Let it burn whenever you are wounded, whenever you feel close to falling. For I did not create you to be a victim, but to be a bearer of light. You were born to reflect my glory so that the world might see in you not weakness, but living proof of my power and my love. Do not live as though you need the world's approval to know your worth. Lift your head, for you carry the name of heaven. Walk in peace, for fear has lost its claim on you. Believe this: I have placed within you a strength no human word can shatter, and a light no darkness can conceal. You were not born to bow down, you were born to shine. You have walked through long days overshadowed by worry and doubt, and you have come to believe that the light has left you, that you are no longer worthy to be illuminated. But my child, my light has never gone out. It still burns, still waits, still calls you home. My light does not come to condemn you, but to heal you. It does not expose you to shame, but restores the beauty I placed within you from the beginning. When you turn toward the light, you will no longer see your weakness as a sentence, but as a doorway through which grace enters. My light is truth. It is unlike the light of this world, which only shines when you are strong, successful, or good enough. My light shines even into your brokenness to prove that I have never left you for a single moment. Every hidden corner of your heart where fear once lingered and pain once dwelled will be warmed, cleansed, and revived. Let me shine upon you, not to show you your faults, but to show you that I still love you in the very places you once thought unforgivable. My peace is not like the peace the world offers. The world teaches you to control things in order to rest. I teach you to let go so you may be free. True peace comes when you no longer need to pretend to be strong, when you no longer hide the storms within but can whisper to me, Father, I need you. When you do this, you will feel a gentle breeze sweep across your soul. That is, my peace, quiet yet powerful enough to calm the waves inside you. It is time for you to release what no longer nourishes your soul. Do not cling to conversations that weigh your heart down, for every word rooted in anxiety plants the seed of fear within you. I did not call you to dwell in an atmosphere of doubt or dispute, but to know when to be still and walk away in peace. Choose silence when silence guards the stillness of your soul, for in that silence you will hear my voice clearer than any human word. Do not let your heart drift with the tides of the crowd, for you were not created to blend in, but to stand firm in truth. When you imitate the ways of the world, you drift from the voice of heaven within. Some words may sound wise, yet carry no breath of the Spirit. Some paths may look peaceful, but lead you away from true peace. Ask your soul, where does this voice come from, and you will know. If it does not bring light, if it does not draw you closer to me, then let it go, my child. And never accept living among broken pieces as though that is all you deserve. You were not made to patch together a life from fragments of what once was. I created you with a whole heart and a complete soul, and I long to see you fully restored. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. Ezekiel 3:6-6. Fragments cannot contain the blessing I desire to pour out upon you. Only when you allow me to mend them can your life become the perfect masterpiece of grace. My child, step out from the land of woundedness and let me restore what you thought was lost. Let my hands gather every shattered piece of your being and form within you something new, bright, strong, and filled with life. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 14:7-3. My light is the very breath of life. It does not only illuminate the path you walk, but it also restores the vision of who you truly are. When you dwell in the light, you will see that no mistake can define you and no failure can overshadow the destiny I have written for you. I am your Father, I do not change, and my light never fades. Return, my child. Let my light pierce through the heavy clouds within your heart. Let it rekindle your faith, erase your shame, and remind you that you were never lost. You had simply forgotten the way home. Pause and look deeply within yourself as though you are gazing into the mirror of your soul under the morning light. Pay attention. Have you grown accustomed to the scars upon your heart? Have you been convincing yourself that the pain is just a natural part of life, that the wound is simply a passage you must endure? You tell yourself, it's normal, that everyone suffers this way. But my child, I tell you, it is not normal. No heart was ever created to dwell in pain forever. No soul was designed to make peace with its wounds. When you begin to treat your pain as something familiar, it is the cry of your spirit, one you may not yet hear. Do not lull your soul to sleep with gentle justifications, for pain never becomes normal simply because it lingers. Just as a crushed flower cannot be called spring, your soul cannot bloom when it is burdened by the weight of what withers you. Your soul is a garden, and if you allow the cold winds of hurt to blow through without tending it, its petals will fade one by one until the garden within you falls silent. And I, your Father, cannot bear to see it wither unnoticed. I see the tiny cracks within you, the ones you've learned to hide, to decorate, to name strength. But true strength does not come from pretending you are not hurting. It comes from admitting that you long to be touched, to be healed, to be held. Let me return to you. Let me water you with gentleness. Let me prune the branches that have dried, and let my breath flow through you to revive what seemed dead. You were not created to endure in silence, my child, but to be healed in the light. If morning arrives and there is no song of life in your spirit, if the sunlight pours through your window but cannot warm your heart, if you open your eyes and feel as though something unnamed has gone missing within you, then know, my child, that this is not mere weariness. It is the whisper of your soul pleading for my touch. When joy departs, when dawn no longer stirs excitement, it is the deepest part of you longing for something beyond the world's reach. It is thirsting to encounter me again. I see all your efforts, the times you suppress a sigh, the times you smile while breaking inside, and the nights you silently tell yourself that you are fine. I see you carrying burdens as though strength alone could save you. You think that if you keep working, enduring, pretending to be normal, the pain will fade with time. But my beloved child, I ask you with all tenderness, are you truly at peace? Has your heart truly grown lighter, or have you simply learned to be silent about its weight? I know how you've tried to erase the memories that exhaust you, to forget the wounds you believed were healed. You do this not because you are weak, but because you are afraid that if you stop, you will collapse. Yet, my child, your soul does not need more distractions. It does not need to hide its pain behind busyness, smiles, or pretense. Your soul longs to be healed, to be heard, to be embraced by a love that does not demand your strength. I never asked you to fight alone. When I formed you, I did not place the weight of the world upon your shoulders. I meant for you to learn how to rest your head upon your Father when weary, but you have forgotten that. You have taught yourself to stand alone, believing that endurance means maturity, that independence equals faith. Yet true faith is not found in straining to survive, it is in surrendering what you cannot carry. Let me enter the places you fear to touch. Let me lift what drains your strength. You do not have to go on alone any longer. I know you hesitate to appear weak before others, fearing they might wound you again. But my child, I did not come to judge you, I came to bind your wounds. I did not come to ask why you are weak, but to make you strong again. You need not hide your tears from me, for each one is a prayer I have already heard. All I ask is that you release your guard and whisper, honestly, Father, I am tired. When you do, I will do the rest. I will cover you with peace, lift your soul from the depths of anxiety, and remind you that you have never stood alone. Only when you stop striving will you feel my arms around you. When the weight is so heavy that you must pretend to be strong, when you soothe yourself with everything will be okay, when you force a smile for others while trembling inside, pause, stop, and call upon me. Do not fear the silence, for it is in that silence that I am waiting to meet you. I do not seek you in the noise of the crowd, but in the quiet between your unfallen tears. The world may teach you to wear masks of composure, but I do not need that. I am not impressed by rehearsed smiles or brave words. I long to see the real you, trembling, fragile, yet true. For only when you are honest about your pain can I touch its roots and make it whole again. Do not let the world convince you that silent endurance is the law of life. Let me remove the armor you've worn for too long, piece by piece. Let me take away every stone you've stacked upon your heart to appear strong. I do not need you to prove anything. I only desire that you be healed. My child, be still, for these words will divide truth from deception within you. They come from a heart overflowing with love, yet carrying a sobering call to awaken. I know these words are not easy to receive, for they reach the deepest places of your heart, the places where you trust, where you love. But my beloved, sometimes it is through those very people you trust most that darkness finds its doorway into your life. The enemy of your soul is cunning. He does not arrive with growls or threats, but cloaked in familiarity. in a gentle smile and words that sound kind and wise. He does not break you with force. He weakens you slowly through sweetness that makes you doubt the very light within yourself. Look carefully at those around you. What do they bring to your soul? Do they strengthen your faith, or do they drain it? Do their words remind you of me, or do they make you forget me? Some counsel appears wise, yet steals your peace. Some people seem to come to support you, yet unknowingly draw you away from the path of grace I have been leading you on. You cannot discern this with human eyes, but your spirit always senses it. If after being with someone your heart feels heavy, your peace departs, or you sense yourself drifting farther from me, that is the sign I give to tell you to pause. I do not want you to fear people, but I want you to learn discernment through the Holy Spirit. Not everyone who smiles at you loves you, and not everyone who worries for you desires your peace. I know you long for connection, for companionship, for someone who truly understands you. But remember, true love never leads you away from the light. If any relationship causes you to lose your peace, come to me, and I will show you what lies beneath that gentle surface. Let me be the one who separates truth from illusion, for I see what you cannot see, I hear what you cannot hear, and I know the true intentions of every heart that walks beside you. I do not want to see you hurt, but sometimes to save you, I must pull you away from what you thought was love. I love you too much to remain silent while you are being drawn away from peace. Keep your ear close to my voice, keep your heart soft in my hands, and when you no longer know whom to trust, lift your eyes to me. I will show you who is sent by the light and who wears its disguise. Listen to my voice, for when you finally recognize that pain was never meant to be your normal, that is when your true healing begins. Come to me as you are weary, fragile, and longing to be loved. In me you are allowed to breathe. In me you will be restored, not only in what is seen, but in the deepest parts of your soul. My restoration is not like human repair. Humans heal the surface, but I restore the root of the soul. I come not only to give you clarity, but to open your eyes to help you see with the eyes of faith what you could never see while trapped in fear. True discernment does not come from knowledge, but from my presence. When you dwell in my light, you will know what is real and what is false, what to hold on to and what to release. Teach me your way, O Lord, that I may walk in your truth. Psalm 86:11. I do not merely mend the fragments of your soul, I make it new. I do not only dry your tears, I turn them into rain that cleanses every trace of confusion. I do not only lift you up, I teach you to soar. For my love does not come to soothe temporarily, but to renew completely from the very roots of the heart that once broke. I will give you new eyes to see with the clarity of heaven, a new heart to love with compassion, and a new spirit that does not tremble before darkness. My child, my restoration does not come in haste. It comes in love. Each day I will gently touch a part of you, the part that once fractured, once feared, once lost faith, until you are made whole in me. And when you look back, you will see that no pain was ever wasted, for through every loss I was shaping you to become stronger, wiser, and fuller of faith than ever before. He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. Philippians 1:6. I will sweep away the dust of doubt that has covered your faith. You will realize that even when you thought you were lost, I was quietly preparing your way. And when you dare to surrender everything into, my hand's light will return, not the blinding light of the world, but the gentle light that guides each step, leading you out of the valley and back into the land of hope. Believe that my restoration is never partial. I do not want you merely to survive, I want you to live in fullness. Every wound you have carried will become a testimony to my kindness. Every time you feel weak, I will place within you a new measure of strength. And when your faith rises again, you will see that even in the days that felt like loss, I was silently building the foundation for the blessing to come. Therefore, open your heart and let me restore you. Let me breathe new life into your soul, so that from the ashes of despair a new flame will arise, the flame of clarity, of strength, and of unshakable faith. Rise up, my child, for I am here. And I promise what was once broken I will make whole. What was once lost I will redeem. What was once weak I will transform into power, so that my glory may shine through you. Cast away all that does not belong to me, and let your soul breathe again in true freedom. Turn your face toward me, and you will see that nothing in you is ever lost when you are in me. I am restoring, renewing, and giving back the wings that were once broken, so that you may soar in the glory and peace of your Father. My child, return. My light is waiting for you. My strength is awakening within you. My beloved, now let your heart grow still, and your breath align with mine. Stop striving, stop trying to prove your strength, for in my embrace you have nothing to prove. I have seen it all, every fear, every pain, every emptiness you could not name. Nothing within you is hidden from me, even the darkest corners of your soul where you have hidden what you could never tell another. I am there quietly, gently, patiently waiting for you to open the door. Let me hold you as a father holds a child who has wandered too long through the dusty fields. Let my arms wrap around you, not to restrain, but to cover you with a safety that the world cannot give. I do not accuse, I do not demand, I do not remind you of your failures. I only want you to know this: no distance can make me stop loving you. No matter how far you have gone, my eyes have followed. No matter how lost you feel, my voice has echoed in your heart like a whisper, both tender and strong. You have heard it, haven't you, my child? That voice never ceases. It is the heartbeat of my love itself. When you allow me to touch your soul, all that has grown dry will soften again. Like the first rain falling upon a thirsty field, I will cause life to rise within you once more. Where you thought there was death, I will bring forth flowers. Where you thought there was no hope, I will open the door to miracles. I will wipe away the tears you have hidden and replace them with the light of true joy. I will place my hand gently upon your head so that my warmth seeps into every cell, every memory, every fear you carry. I will teach you to breathe again, to trust again, to love again, for your soul has never been lost. It has only been waiting to be restored by me. I know there are mornings when you wake and do not wish to begin nights, when you toss and turn under the weight of what you do not understand. But even there in that silent space, I am whispering. I speak to you not through thunder, but through the soft wind that brushes your face, through the faint light that slips through the curtain, through the sudden peace that visits you in your sorrow. That is me calling you home. I am still here, not distant, not cold, not angry, but gentle as the morning sun, warm as a hearth in winter, and near as a hand reaching out when you can no longer stand. Let me gather the fragments you have called useless. I will not discard them, for in my eyes nothing in you is wasted. Every crack, every scar will become a place where light shines through, illuminating your soul with beauty. You will no longer look upon your past with regret, but with gratitude, for it has brought you closer to me. I will reweave the thread of faith that you tangled, breathe life again into dreams you thought had died, and open your eyes to see your own beauty reflected in my gaze. My arms are open, and when you fall, I will not only lift you, I will carry you. I will take you through the deep waters, through the long nights of the soul, until your feet find rest upon peaceful ground. You do not need to know where you are going. You only need to know that my hand will never let go. With every step you take, I walk beside you. With every breath you draw, I am the rhythm behind it. Let me be your guide, for you no longer need to find the way alone. Let my light shine into the places you still hide. Do not fear that light, it comes not to expose but to heal. Like a jeweler polishing a rough stone to reveal its brilliance, I am refining your soul. The process may ache, but each time you tremble, I will place my hand upon you so that you know you are not alone. When you allow me to work within you, weakness will become strength, fear will turn into faith, and brokenness will become the evidence of miracles. You are not lost. You are the child I am bringing home. You are not a failure. You are the one I am rebirthing. Everything you think is gone is only the beginning of a new season, the season in which I will restore you through a love that never fades. Rest your heart against my chest where you can hear the heartbeat of eternity. Resist no more, my child, for in my arms you will finally understand you have never been abandoned. I have always held you even when you could not feel me. And when you close your eyes in peace, I will press my hand upon your forehead and speak to you with the voice of heaven. My child, the storm has passed. I am wiping away your tears, clothing your soul with new garments and breathing new life into your heart. I am causing dawn to rise within your life where darkness no longer has power. From now on you will walk in the light, unshaken, unafraid. For it is I who am restoring you. I hold you in my eternal embrace, and I will never let you go. May the word of the Lord continually remind you to live each day in faith and love. Click follow and turn on notifications so that you never miss a sacred and meaningful message God desires to send you. May the Lord bless you abundantly. Amen.